Hello, my name is Martin Subeba. I'm a student of Oregon University. In this video, I will be showing you how to carry out a credential harvesting attack. Credential harvesting attack are an important security threat which can lead to widespread penetration of critical network infrastructures. In this video, I will show how an attacker can steal credentials of legitimate users of a website. The credential harvesting attack technique is used to perform phishing attacks in order to obtain username and passwords. In order to achieve this, a website will be cloned, and when the victims enter their usernames and passwords, their credentials will be posted back to my Kali Linux machine. To do this, I will be using the social engineering toolkit, which comes pre-installed in the Kali Linux distribution. So to show you the process of launching set now, go to application, Kali Linux, exploitation tools, social engineering toolkit, set. So this is what the main menu of set looks like. As you can see, we have 1 for social engineering attack, 2 for fast track penetration testing, 3 for third-party modules, 4 for update the social engineer toolkit, 5 for update set configuration, 6 for help. So because you're performing a social engineering attack, I'll click on 1. And then for website attack vectors, I'll click on 2. For credential harvester attack, I'll click on 3. And because in this video I'll be cloning a website, I'll select 2 for that. So now I am being prompted for my IP address. Okay, let me state here that in this video I am assuming that the victim is on the same local network as me. So I will be using my local IP address here, but if the victim is on another network, a remote network, I'll be required to use my public IP address for my internet router, and then I'll also be required to configure port forwarding on my router pointing to my machine. In that way, I'll be able to get the credentials harvested back to my Kali Linux. So because in this scenario I'm using a VMware to simulate this scenario, I'll be using my local IP address, and this Windows 8 machine here will be used for the victim's machine. So I'll go back to my Linux now. So to check my IP address, I go to my command line and type ifconfig. So this right here is my IP address. So I type in that now, 192.168.1.6. So now I am being prompted for the website I want to clone. For this video, I'll be using Gmail as an example. So I'll type http gmail.com. So the cloning has been done. So it says right here that Apache is set on. Everything will be the root directory of Apache. So this is basically telling me where my cloned website will be placed. And also there is a directory right here. This directory is where the credentials will be harvested and saved to. So when credentials are harvested from the victim, they will be sent to this particular directory. So just press enter to continue. So right now the fake website, the fake gmail.com has been created, and right now I need to find a way to send this IP address over to the victim. I could make the victim type the IP address in their browser, but to make it more believable, I'll be converting my IP address to a link. So that would be more believable and it would be easier to get the victim to click on that. To convert my IP address to a link now, I'll be using bit.ly.com. bit.ly.com. So right here, I'll type my IP address and it converts it to a link for me. So this is the link that will be sent to the victim. So just to be sure that this link leads to the fake Gmail website, I'll type the link in my browser. Yeah, it leads to the fake address. Cool. Now I'll send a mail to the victim containing the link to the fake website. And my message here says, find below the link to this 2015 financial budget. And the subject of my message is treat with urgency. The idea of this is to try to convince the victim to click on this link. So I try to make it look like an official email address. So hoping they will get to click on this link right here. So I enter my victim's email address, naiveuser@gmail.com, and I send. Now when my victim tries to check their email like every other person does once in a while, they should find the email containing the fake link in their inbox. naiveuser@gmail.com. So here is the email containing the fake link. Now when the victim gets the email address, click on it, they should be directed to the cloned website. They get to enter the username and password. As soon as the victim enters their username and password, their credentials get sent to my Kali Linux machine that has been set up in the previous steps, and then they get directed to the original Gmail account settings page. So in this case, they don't get to suspect that anything malicious has happened on their system. Now I'll take you back to my Kali Linux machine and show you the harvested credentials that has been sent to my machine. So we click on computer, file system, var, www folder. So right here is the victim's username and password, which has been sent to my machine. So basically that is how you carry out a credential harvester attack. So now that I've shown you how to do this attack, let me briefly talk about how to mitigate against this type of attack. First of all, you need to guard against spam. Users need to be cautious of emails from unrecognized senders, which ask them to confirm personal or financial information over the internet or make urgent requests for information. Also, users need to be sure they are on a secure website. When conducting transactions online, users need to look out for a sign that the site is secure, such as a lock icon on the browser status bar or HTTPS instead of HTTP. Also, do not click on links or open attachments in emails from unknown senders. Only open attachments which you are expecting and you know what they contain. So in conclusion, you should be careful about giving out personal information, and also you should be careful about links in emails and also emails that contains attachments. I hope this has been informative for you. Thank you for viewing.